So I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends recently on the Nintendo Switch, and I've almost reached up to like level 8 or 9, if I'm not mistaken. And I gotta say, my expectations for the Switch version of Apex Legends is a bit low, but it actually exceeded what I expected on the platform that I'm going to play the game in. I'm not going to talk about the resolutions, the frame rate, how responsive the controls is. Digital Foundry made a video about the performance or the technological capabilities of the Nintendo Switch, on how it handled, how Panic Button, the people who made the port, made it all happen. And mostly I'm gonna talk about my gameplay experiences. Take it from a guy who plays Revenant and the highest rank is Gold 4 and kill count is almost 200 kills. First of all, the reason why I wanted to try this out is because I have a Switch. I got the Switch for Animal Crossing. Nothing more. I've seen Apex Legends was released on the Switch and I thought to myself, why not I try it out, see if it's actually good. I know that the Switch is not capable of running it on 1080p high settings, high frame rate, so I was expecting it to be 720p 30 FPS. And for me, these kinds of settings for a game like this, to be honest, I grew up with a potato PC, so I don't have any problems adjusting to from 1080p high settings on my PC down to 720p 30 FPS. Being able to play this game on the bed. Usually I prefer handheld gaming because like most of the time I'm not on my PC. Being able to bring my game wherever I go, that's the reason why I bought the Switch, is because of the portability of it. Now going to the gameplay, the thing that I liked about the Switch version, it has motion controls. You can aim using the right Joy-Con, though the left Joy-Con, if you try to aim with the left Joy-Con, it doesn't work that way. So if you're going to play it on handheld mode, basically you can use the motion control as well, but like your vision on the game shifts because like you're also shifting the screen, which makes it a bit difficult sometimes to look at enemies, but it takes time to get used to. But you know, as the time goes on, yeah, at first it's really hard to adapt the motion controls, the stick control, because like once you get used to it, or once your body adjusts to it, it becomes just natural. And the problem with this game, there's auto aim. It's good, it has auto aim, because if you're going to fight against PC players, at least you have a chance of defeating them. But like I have noticed one thing about the auto aim is it really locks into the enemy once you ADS. I don't know, it just feels wrong for me. Nothing's bad with hand holding, but if it's going to hand hold you the whole time you're aiming your weapon, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right for me. Okay, let's talk about the internet connection or whatnot. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't have any problems with connecting in games. The only problem I had is queuing for lobbies is very time consuming. Like I've been queuing for almost 20 minutes and I haven't gotten any matches. So it's a bummer that if you want to play trios or duos, you need to play with your PC counterparts because they get queued with other PC players. To be honest, looking afar from it, like if you're going to see enemies from afar, it's still distinguishable, but it's too blurry and the frame rate drops below 30 FPS. I mean, again, I don't mind that. It's just that it's really hard to get your shots in. Like if I'm playing PC, my teammates know that I love using sniper rifles. I am the support. But if I'm going to play the Nintendo Switch version, for me it's really hard to aim sniper rifles with 4x scope. Even 8x scope, it's going to be really hard to control that thing, because like the motion controls is good. It's just that there are times it gets wonky and yeah, it's basically it's not good most of the time. But if you're just going to use like 1x scope or 2x scope, I didn't see any problems with the motion controls or the motion aiming. But once you go into the 4x or the 8x scoping in weapons, oh no. It's really hard. It's just really hard. Movement, oh man, this is the hardest part. It's hard to move around using the Joy-Cons, or maybe it's just because of the controllers is small. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, it's really hard to do some kind of maneuvers compared to in PC. Like you can do side strafing or any other kind of soft tap strafing and whatnot. Here, movements like those are not possible. If you have time to master how to tap strafe on this game, or I think it's manageable. It's just that you really need to take time memorizing or having that muscle memory on how to move, how to item manage, what to click, where to what button is to ping. Joy-Cons in itself, I am not sure if using a Pro controller will alleviate all of these issues I have with the movement on the Joy-Cons, but as of now, if you're going to use the Joy-Cons, it's just hard to use. It takes time, and to be honest now, I've adapted to it a bit, but if I'm gonna be honest, I'd prefer PC controls for movement. And also one thing that I hated in this version, no cross progression. Meaning, let's say you're level 200 and platinum rank in PC, you need to make another account or a new progress, like you're starting from scratch again. I'm using the same account for my PC and my Switch version. Amazingly enough, the clubs are still there, so if you're currently in a club on your PC version, you're still in the club that you are in. It's just that you're gonna start off against 0 rank, 0 level, 0 progress with all of your items, the heirlooms that you've used or bought. Literally, you're going back to level 1. So there's no cross progression, sadly, even though there's crossplay. So if you're going to play the Switch version and you have used a lot of money on your PC version, sadly enough, you can't transfer the progress that you had on your PC to the Switch version, even though both of them have the same gameplay content or game content. So do I recommend playing Apex Legends on your Nintendo Switch? Say for example you don't have a PC and you only have a Nintendo Switch. I'd say yes, because maybe that's the only way you can play the game. Frame drops, the game becomes more blurry. But overall, being able to play Apex Legends on the palm of your hands while lying down on your bed, sitting on anywhere, it's just portable enough to justify that playing Apex on the Switch is good for me. If you have a PC and you've made a lot of progress and maybe you've also bought a lot of stuff there, is the Switch version for you? I'd say no, because like again, there's no cross progression. Just take it from a guy who did this review so that you don't have to. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about the Switch version of this game. If you have a Nintendo Switch, do you plan on playing it, or you plan on buying a Switch just to play Apex portably? If I'm gonna be honest, most of you people watching this right now are just gonna say, I'm just gonna stay with the PC version. Because if I'm gonna be honest, stay with the PC version if you have a powerful PC. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Taiki signing off. Peace. God bless to all.